Where are we right now? I'm going to show you the freak accident we witnessed, friends. This is Ethereum Bitcoin ratio. Notice how I have this chart here so you can come and digest it. In the top left here, this is where the PulseChain sacrifice was done. So it was July 2021. Ethereum Bitcoin ratio was 0.063. It was actually still very low compared to previous cycle of that. But it was pretty much at this point. Now, in the past 4 years, so remember this distance is 4 years from here down to here. So all the way down there, okay, this distance is 4 years. It's down 60%. Okay, so ETH Bitcoin is down 60%. Okay, and this will pretty much explain why everything else is poop. That's why when people come in and they complain and they whinge, I make this content here, but if they aren't watching, move on. No one gives a shit. Okay, sell your bags. Sell everything. Let me know you're being an annoying little bitch in my channel so I can just mute you. And what I've done, everyone, friends, I've done everyone the courtesy. If you get muted in my channel, I actually specifically, I spend time thinking about how much of a cuck you are and when you'll get unmuted. And there's a common theme. A lot of the whingiest people, when they get muted, I mute them so that they get released somewhere in the second half of 2022. Because I go, okay, you're whinging that everything is going trash right now. Okay, so you're going to be complaining that you need everything to go up because you're probably going to be a top buyer later on. So you're going to be needing a bullish voice out there in the second half of 2022. So that's why I've done on the courtesy. You get like a 500 something day mute out here. Now, PulseChain BTC, friends, is down 86%. So you see, I made it see minus 60 in this 4 years. PulseChain BTC is down 86%. Remember, this line is the Pulse BTC ratio from July's sacrifice price. So it's down 86%, okay? So yeah, it needs a 7x to break even, man, on BTC. But here's the thing. That number gets smaller and smaller as ETH BTC goes up, okay? So it's not more about PulseChain's got to outperform all these. No. It's just basically you need Ethereum to do it. Ethereum does the heaviest lifting of all, okay? Shout out to my friend here, Mr. Coins. Mr. Coins, as Donald Trump would say, you are quite the coin. If I have to, I'll hold for the next cycle. See, I love that attitude. You want to know why? Because that's how you know, like, it's a bottom signal-ish, but also like I still believe. If I have to, I'll hold for the next cycle. That's actually fantastic to hear something like that. You deserve some Pumpy G music, sir. You are quite the sir. Believe a cycle. Believe a cycle. What else are you gonna do? You could cheat it out and sell, or just keep waiting. It is. I know it's painful, friends. I've got to look at this every single day. Ethereum is weak. PulseChain core coins are butchered to the downside. If you think Ethereum will never go up against Bitcoin ever again, then you should sell immediately, sell it all, and rotate into Bitcoin. I'm going to continue to hold. This is part of the strategy. Okay, now part of expectations. That's right, friends. When you have, be careful with these word expectations, okay? Because my expectations, I have draw these lines, but man, I've been in markets for a long time, okay? So I have seen every single person have the highest conviction on something and get decimated into belief. I've seen people have conviction in themselves and then leveraging it destroyed in 5 seconds. I've seen that happen. I mean, CoinFreshens Rec provides a perfect example of that. You always see like these, like basically like this snotty nose brat kid comes in, like, yeah, there you could tell they are always like some sort of kid. Like, oh yeah, I had $4,000 and I traded my way up to like $160,000. I was killing it. Anyway, now I'm down to $26,000. I just got a debt and I have to pay these taxes, do all this stuff out here. And like just, it always ends like that, man. Just the one success story gets a lot of likes on Twitter, but for the majority of it, it doesn't, okay? So others BTC is still low here. Hopefully we go up to this first bubble and then everyone's going to think it's over from there. Everyone's going to say, hey, there's a lot of top signals here. It's over. And then I'm just going to believe for the white swan. I'm using others BTC. No one else in the crypto industry is using it because they don't even know how to use it, by the way. They're just, they're drawing their cute little USD price charts out here, but we're going to be better than that. Interesting video I made here, friends. Is PulseChain cucked because Ethereum is in its third cycle curse? Watch carefully. So pretty much no, but also could be some curse. But here's the thing, friends. Ethereum and it's in its third cycle curse. Remember, Richard Hart has done what it seems like a poop move now, but if it all plays out, it's a good move because Richard's treasury, PulseChain, is in Ethereum. All right. Other coins don't have that luxury. So if we go to the weekly chart, yes. So here's the PulseChain SAC. It's down 41%. Yes, it's cucked, but at some point, it won't get cucked anymore. And we're hoping it's up like 9, 10, 11,000. Hopefully Ethereum can do something like that up here. And at that point, is he going to peg pDAI? Is he going to do something with the core coins? At least it doesn't matter, right? It does something with them. That's pretty much that's going to be a great outcome for us there. But everybody else doesn't have that luxury because they have to pay out in their tokens. They have to keep diluting their tokens and hand it out away. That's what Avalanche do. That's what the other ecosystems do. Phantom, they have to do that. They hand out their own tokens. They don't, what's their treasury? The treasury is just tokens. It's just like, hey, do you want part of this inflation? So you dilute existing holders, right? But if you're holding Ethereum, you let Ethereum take the hit. But that's why you also get to see there's a double-edged sword, right? When it doesn't work out in the short term. Nothing can stop a fart whose time has come. PulseChain will be ripping higher when we exit the big triangle. So the support, no one's there. The congratulations, everyone wants to be there. I saw it happen with Soy. We saw it happen with his followers. That's what happens, friends. You just get to see it time and time again. I don't bother. Like, friends, if people ask me how do I have so much energy, it's because when I'm talking, I'm just talking. I'm not talking to the non-believer. I'm not talking to the soy boy, soy girl, the pencil neck, noodle arm, cockroach gut, bug eating, bug worshipping, triple vax, bragging, piece of trash, rounded elbow loser. I'm not talking to that person. I don't want that person to hear my voice. I tell that person, please just like delete your Twitter, sell your bag. I'm not talking to you. Get out. Sell now. Okay, that's what a lot of people, they get very struck by when I say sell, get out and leave. Because like in their perspective, they're so used to the people that you and I watch, all these KOLs, where they go, please buy this, please buy. This is great. You got to keep buying. We're listening to that. And I'm like, sell. And they say, oh, are you selling? No, I'm holding. You sell. Get out. I'll pump without you. I don't give a shit. Get out. I don't even tell them that part yet because I don't want them to hang on for another 5 seconds longer than they should. We're still stuck in the wedge here. Eric Ward's going to win his bet, which we've known for a long time. I do wonder, though, what's going to happen after that point. And even if we get to 10x stack price, I don't think we're going to get there in the first wave. Alt season wave 1, this is pretty much it. If you do a 10x from today, it gets around 3-4x stack price. So we'll see what happens after that point. Check this out as well. So Scotty Melkyboot made this announcement. Okay, the FDIC is still hiding information on Operation Chokepoint 2.0. Coinbase chief loser officer says the FDIC is refusing to release key documents on why 30 plus crypto and tech companies were debanked. Pages are heavily redacted and transparency is nowhere to be found. Obviously, friends, we know the government's just evil and does all this trash stuff. Okay, we know this. I made you the video yesterday. They literally assassinated Karl Wolfe for leaking to everybody that NASA are smudging pictures because there's dark side of the moon stuff out here. Also, I forgot to tell you about that as well. With the moon stuff, friends, NASA, they've already done, they've already landed ships on there, and the moon's pretty hollow. It's an anomaly. So they've launched NASA stuff. They're like, they literally the term it rang like a bell out here. By the way, whenever I talk about the moon stuff, flat earthers come and get really upset because they believe space is a hoax. It's a full simulation. Space doesn't exist. The moon's a complete, everything's a full hologram out there. Look, you could be right, man. I've seen a lot of stuff there. You could be right. But the thing is, I don't think just the moon's a hologram. I think everything, all of us are holograms. I think they're all simulation stuff. That's also part of the video game. It's kind of like you're in the World of Warcraft and you're looking out there to this island and you're like, oh, that's not a real island. That's a video game. And you go, yes, we are also in the video game. We're in Ogrima City. You and I are also video game players. Now, Operation Chokepoint 3.0, right? So that's what's been happening right now as a joke. So what I'm saying is Kraken Exchange, all these other exchanges, they're doing Operation Chokepoint 3.0 on PulseChain. They are. Also, friends, I've got to get through this as well. Just to remind you, just to add to this thing, KDP, I'll find a post actually. She has a post here, right? I'm working on a few contacts of mine, currently about 4 exchanges. Not going to name the exchanges. We'll see. Getting Richard Heart tickers listed is harder than you think. Not because of the volume or community, etc., but because of personal bias of the founder versus employees. This looks like a standard generic message. You have to go internally to the team. So this is her replying and stuff out here. You know, Kraken and stuff out here. They go, oh, we're not here listing it sometimes. So that's what it comes down to, friends. Also, Gary Woods made a great point. Richard Heart made a brand out of calling out middlemen, CEX vulnerabilities, and referral payments to influencers. So his brand was to be the anti-KOL, and now if everyone feels like it's coming at bite everyone in the ass. But it's risk, man. So like it's risk, but also there's risk to the upside. Everyone else is missing out because they're all like, hey, what if this is your anti-crypto industry scum island? Right? The ones who are fighting against it. The rebellion out here. That's why these things get the big hated rallies. Also, think about this, right? Look at this, friends. This is the Bitcoin meetup in like 2012 or 2013. I think it's Andreas Antonopoulos speaking. Look, no one's here. No one's here. One guy with a laptop. This guy's like leaving. That's it. Bitcoin's price, what was it, like $5? Right? Bitcoin meetup in 2012. Nobody was there. The best time to buy. It was literally the best time to go. Look at this. This is Ethereum 2025. Exactly. It feels like, that's what it feels like. Oh, no one wants to list us. That's the same thing. Imagine there's all the exchanges that are interested to, let's say I went and made a summon. Hey, crypto exchanges, come. I want to talk to you about PulseChain. And no one rocked up. That's pretty much it. Now, obviously, I don't know who this guy is, but he's looking at me very, very strangely. We've got a blood moon coming up, friends, like 5 days now. Friday, March 14th. But it is funny. We've had so much good news. We don't rally off what people think is good news. So I wonder if bad news appears and we actually rally off that. That'll be hilarious. Shout out to Mr. T-Bird. Does that mean the 14th is a good day to do a Macca's run? Yes, sir. Put the fries in the bag. Mr. Dirty Crypto, love your work, sir. Blood Moon, also business tax deadline in the US. Sometimes these bad events happen a few weeks after or before. We already saw the $1.5 billion ETH hack strategic reserves for the news. Let's see what's next. Yeah, that'd be interesting, right? How, you never know. Maybe it's got something to do with North Korea. Maybe North Korea do something with the Bitcoin now. Maybe they dump the Bitcoin or something. But actually, they've got to launder it slowly. So you never know. We'll see what happens. This is funny, right? Crypto. Leaked. Michael Saylor proposed today to Donald Trump to buy 25% of the global supply. So, I mean, check this out. Bitcoin maxis. Don't buy other people's coins with taxpayer money. Also, Bitcoin maxis. Buy 25% of my Bitcoin token supply. So, it's the same game, man. It's the same game. Like, look... Friends, I want Bitcoin to win. You understand? I wanted to win because it's easy. It's one coin. It's one logo. Okay? We don't live in that world. Do you get it? We live in a world of competition. We live in the world of ossifying. People like get calcified like bones. Like they don't want to leave. Conservatism. Okay? That swings. The pendulum swings. Okay? That's the cycles. It does swing. There's political cycles. Everybody's like a red wave now. Everyone doesn't want to like basically castrate their own 8-year-old sons and make them wear wigs and stuff and do all the weird stuff, okay? We're like rejecting the Reddit and the soy stuff out here. Now, eventually, Trump's going to go way too hard the other way. Eventually. Not now, but eventually. It's going to like eventually go way too hard. Everyone's like, you know what? That's a bit too much. Like, for example, Donald Trump's proposing capital punishment, I think, on all drug dealers. And everyone's like, ooh, what are we calling a drug, bro? The opiate stuff from the pharmacy companies are killing more people than like weed. Huh? Yeah, so like, do we call them? Like alcohol is killing more people every year than weed and other stuff. Alcohol's like one of the biggest killers. They're drugs. Alcohol's a drug. Do we put them all in jail? Do we stop alcohol? And everyone's like, whoa. What do we see? Like eventually can swing the other way. And everyone's like, oh. And then that's why the soy boys on Reddit go, we told you we wanted liberty and freedom. And it's the same thing. We're just watching it happen right here. But you just see the hypocrisy, friends. So that's why I show this to you as like I'm coming to you from like a perspective of like this. You're a soldier, man. We're a game. We're here to win. Okay, we can see bullets flying, and we're trying to just make our way through this. And look, what I'm really doing is I'm just telling you why I have not FOMO sold everything and just rotated all and stacked BTC. But it doesn't help when they have a new Wall Street cheat sheet for altcoins. Down, murder, rape. Friends, remember, the fact that we're posting this, that's bottom signal-ish as well. But we've heard thousands of bottom signals. But can we just go up, please, for the love of God, please? Trump should put a 100% JEET tax on anyone selling crypto in 2025. The crypto JEET reserve. That would be funny, actually. Imagine he did that. Anybody selling this year, that becomes the government's money. Man, that'd be hilarious. Something funny, right, to see. Soy Bankman-Fried is going to be released from jail in 2044. What will Hex's price be back then? Let's check the comments, friends. Andre, $100. Grok, give us a price prediction. From Aaron, probably the same or worse than the last 3.5 years. But then everyone will have forgotten Hex, 17% higher than now, still locked up. That's awesome. That is beautiful. No one, yes. We only got one bullish call and everyone else is bearish. I love his man. That's gold. Also having some fun here. This is Michael Saylor taking notes at the Crypto Summit. What's he taking notes about? He spent the whole Crypto Summit trying to calculate if he should get PWBTC, the people's Bitcoin, or Hex, the better Bitcoin. It's a tough decision. Why not get both? Of course, Mr. Saylor. Let's see what you do from here. This is a gold picture as well. This is how Donald Trump sees crypto, friends. Just a video game. So it's getting hot in the cartridge for the Nintendo 64. He's just got to blow it. Okay, just put it back in. That's all he's got to do. He said something. That's what it literally is. He goes, hey, let's put an altcoin reserve. And everyone's like, no, we can't do that. And he's just like a video game, right? Just put it back in. Hey, whatever. Okay, just the Bitcoin thing. Sweet. Let's make a deal. It'll be quite the deal. This is JD Vance. In the background, friends, there are Pokemon cards. Okay? See that? So JD Vance had a Pokemon card collection. Some would say the greatest years of all our lives, by the way. And now he's literally the vice president. So the signs are obvious. That's why we're in PIKA and the Poker Center. So while these times are hard and tough, that's it, friends. You can't access your liquidity during these time periods in any of these altcoins at all. But that's why, like, friends, pDAI is cheap. pDAI is very, very, very cheap. Okay, friends, look, it's so obvious. Okay, yes, you can put a linear chart on everything. Okay, but if you're here to trade or here to invest, I'm here to invest. It's the same thing with everything else. Okay, it's literally the same thing with everything else. Like, by the way, here's a trick for you. Selling any altcoin for the past 5 years has been the winning move. Every single rally, just click sell. You know, what does that teach you? Just keep selling on everything. Okay, keep selling. I'm just telling you, I'm long. I'm not playing for that. All these coins are cheap. Dick with butt, cheap. You have PIKA as well, friends. I'm going to show you now. PIKA as well, very, very, very cheap. They're all extremely cheap. Now, here's the thing, man. Trump coin's also getting obliterated. Man, this is gone. I saw a lot of angry people. Trump's down like 84%, I think, out here. My gosh. Quite the coin. Down 85%. Quite the celebrity coin. What are you going to do, man? G? Okay. The rest of us are holding. Like, subscribe, red button, or catch you soon.